Right, welcome back to the Appium interview questions. One more session. Right, previous session we have seen the basic Appium Android questions. Whoever do not watch those, before watching this, please go through that video and watch it. Right, please subscribe to the channel and enable notification whenever I will release a new video. Right, you will get notified. You will not miss the videos. Right, today we will see moderate Appium interview questions. Right, moderate Appium interview questions. Right, this first question is how do you verify if Appium is installed correctly or not? Right, how we will verify after installing? We will use Appium-v. Right, Appium-v. It will display the version of it. Right, right. Let me just quickly execute it. Appium-v FAQ. Right. Right, 2.15. Right, I have installed and it will show like that. Right, if you want to run, just give the Appium, press enter, it will start run. Right, then how do you check? Right, ADB, Android Debug Bridge is working or not. Right, ADB devices. Right, ADB, suppose ADB devices. If any device connected, it will show. Currently, nothing is right, nothing is started. So list of devices are empty. If device is connected, it will show the list of devices like this, emulator -555 like this. Right, if it is a real device, we have to enable USB debugging. Right, ADB should be properly installed, device drivers are installed properly, then only it will show ADB devices command. How do you update Appium to the latest version? Right, if I want to install to Appium to latest version, right, just use the Appium install -g Appium. Right, npm install -g Appium. It will install the latest version of it. If you want to install specific version, right, if you want to install specific version, then we can give Appium install -g. -g means globally, install globally. Right, npm install -g Appium @version. We can give the version, or latest means it will install latest. If you give specific version, it will install the specific version of the Appium. To update the drivers, right, suppose if you want to see the what are the drivers installed, Appium driver list, right, press enter. Right, we have a UI automator, XUIT is for iOS, Espresso driver, Mac driver, Windows driver, different drivers. What driver installed? Currently UI automator. Right, if I want to update it, Appium driver update UI automator. If there is any latest version is released, it will automatically update. If we give Appium driver update UI automator too. Right, then how do you tap an element? Right, how do you tap in 2. Right, JSON web protocol 1.x series, Appium 1.x. Right, we will use a touch action that is deprecated in 2.x because 2.x is following W3C protocol. So we have to, if you want to swipe, if you want to tap, if you want to scroll, right, if you want to drag and drop, if you want to do more, right, those actions, we will use a W3 standard code, W3, so that it will work more stable consistently. We can also use touch action, but it may work in one device it may not work. Right, so it is little bit code also little bit right, lengthy, just right, we can get it very easily, this code. Right, here we can, if you want to right, tap on any element, right, previously we have just a tap, right, a simple tap, but here we have a now little bit lengthy code. First we have to create the pointer input. Pointer input means this is like our finger. Pointer input is like our finger. Right, here finger means here I can give ABC also. Right, just we are giving just a finger. Right, here what action, touch action. Here we can give touch or pen. If we are using pen means pen, touch pen, right, and then mouse. If you want to use the mouse, right, here we can have 3 types of arrow. Currently we are using touch. Touch means finger. We want to touch with the finger. This is like our finger pointer input. Now we will do series of actions, right? If we want to tap on any element, we have to press on it, right, and release on it. we have to press and release. If you want to press and release series of actions, right, we have to create sequence object. Right, if you want to replicate those series of actions, we have to sequence object. We have to add actions to this series. Right, tap dot add action. First action what? We have to create the pointer move. That is our finger. First action is our point should move to that element where we want to tap. First we have to move our finger to there. Right, create pointer move. Right, we have to give duration of 0, no waiting time, immediately we will move our pointer. 0 means we will immediately move our pointer, and where we will move something 500, 100, this is the x and y axis, we will move there our pointer. Then what we have to do, once we will move, we will down, we will press on it. Right, next action is add action, create pointer down. Right, then immediately pointer up. Right, we will do pointer down and pointer up. Right, we will move the finger, we will pointer down, we will point up. Right, that is the touch action. Right, these are the series of actions we have. This series of actions we have to call driver.perform. Right, here we can give collections.singleton list or arrays.as list. We can give anything. Right, driver.perform, we have to convert this sequence to list. Right, collection.singleton list, arrays.as list. We can give that sequence object, it will convert and perform the action. Or we can use the touch action, but it is deprecated, but works only for some versions. It will not work. Right, new touch action driver tap point option point perform. Right, like this we can write a single line of code, but it may not work in W3C protocol. Right, how do you enter a text into the field? Right, that is very easy question only. Driver.find element by.id, we can find the locator and send keys. But suppose send keys is not working. Sometimes send keys will not work. Very rare scenarios. But if we get any like this, then we can use the ADB commands. Right, driver.execute script, mobile.shell. Right, first we have to open the shell. Then we have to create immutable map of immutable map.off. What is the command here? We have to command. What is the command? Input text hello Appium. Right, this is the ADB command. Right, we can use like this. This is the rare scenario, but if we get like this any scenario, we can use this ADB command. How do you clear? How do you clear? Right, driver.find element by.id, we can clear it. Right, but if it is, why it is called moderate questions? If it is does not work, what is the alternative? Right, these are all basic questions only, but if it is not working, then what to do? Right, driver.find element, we can find that send key is control A backspace. Right, control A backspace. Right, keys.control plus A plus keys.backspace, we can clear it. Now gestures and actions, questions and gestures and actions, these are all. Right, how do you perform long press? Right, previously we have seen tap, similar to long press. Here we have to give the same, create the finger object, right, pointer input object. Then create the sequence object, then what are the sequence we have to add? First we have to move. Right, first we have to move the finger, then press it down. Right, along. Right, we have to keep some time, then we will add a pause, then we will up. Right, previously just to tap it. Now I want to, right, finger press and keep it some time and remove it. Right, here additional action is we have to add the pause. First we have to move, long press dot add action. Right, create pointer move, right, without any weight, move to the this point 500 comma 1200 x-axis y-axis, point to this port viewport, and press down and wait for 2 seconds. How many seconds we want, we can. Right, here finger dot create pause, wait for, our finger should be wait for some time, then wait up, add action, next up, pointer up. Right, we have to move the pointer, we have to press down, wait for some time, up, that's it. Driver.perform collection.singleton list long press. Right, pointer input. If you write 2-3 times, if you write down the code, nothing will be there. First pointer input, our finger, then sequence. What are the sequence? Then here we have long sequence dot add actions. We have to do add actions. What are the actions? Mostly we will have pointer move, pointer down, pointer pop, create pause, pointer up, move down up. These are the three methods only. It will have finger will have pointer move down, right, pause up, right. How we want to, we can use that. Right, then driver dot perform collection dot singleton list pass the sequence object. That's it. Long press. How do you perform scroll or swipe until an element is visible? Until an element is visible. This is also like a, if we can use this, we can achieve this two ways, right? One is UI automator. We can use UI automator. Driver dot find element, right? Mobile, right? By Appium by or mobile by Android UI automator. This is the code. Scrollable, new scrollable equal to new selector, scrollable true until scroll into view, right? Based on the text, it will, whether it is a up, right? Sometimes it will be, our page will be middle, element may be up or down, it will automatically scroll, it will verify up or down, both. We no need to worry about based on the, but it will work based on the text of the element, the scroll. Now using W3C actions, swipe down, right? If you want to down the, right, if you want to move down, right, first we have to create the finger object, then sequence object, then pointer move, add the action. Where from first we have to, if you want to move the screen right, we have to put the finger somewhere right. First pointer move, then down, press down, then move the pointer, then move the pointer, right, wait for 600 milliseconds, wait for 600 milliseconds, then move the finger to 500 comma 500 x, so x y x we have to move. This will, what it will do, this will move down, right. Then add action, create up, right. We have to move the finger and press down, move, scroll down our finger, right, scroll down, right. That is scroll down means we will, if you want to screen scroll down means we have to move, right. We have to move this one, we have to move the screen, then up, remove the finger, right. That's it. Then driver dot perform. And the easy one is this one. If you have a text, this is fine. If you don't know text, sometimes we don't know the text, we don't know the element, right, then we have to move by using our finger, right, by using pointer input and sequence object, right. Then WebView hybrid views, right. If you want to switch, right, WebView to have sometimes drop downs, right. This question is sorry. How do you handle drop downs in Android using? How do you handle drop downs? Right. If it is a Android or a Android spinner, what we will do? We have to click on it and we have to click on the option. Right. We have to click on the main drop down. It will open the options. Then we will click on the option. Suppose if it is a web view, right. This is for a normal Android view. Android view. First we will click on that spinner. Then, right, it will open. Then it will click on the child. Suppose hybrid app means normal Selenium only. Select class. By using the select class, we can select it and select by visible text. If it has a drop down, right, when it will work select class, if it is a select tag, then only it will work. Otherwise we have to use in WebView also same way. First we can click on that drop down, then it will expand, then click on the element, right. Like that we can handle the drop down. Then how do you verify if an element is displayed or not in Appium? Right, there are multiple ways, right. Suppose driver dot find element by dot id, then is displayed. Suppose if a element is sometimes what will happen, it will throw sometimes an exception, right, is displayed. If it is element is not available, then it will say no such element exception, right. Then in that case what we can do, if I don't want to throw any exception, right, I don't want to get any exception, then driver dot find elements, right, we can use find elements. Then what it will do, it will return list of element, it will not throw any exception. If element is not available also, it will not throw exception. Then what will happen, it is 0, If there is no element found, it is 0. Greater than 0 means element exists, otherwise element not found. It is better to use list of find elements, right? It will not throw any exception, right? So that we easily find out element exists or not. Right? How do you capture logs for debugging? Right? If you want to capture the logs, how you will capture? Right? Driver.manage.logs.get log cat. Right? Then it will return the log of entries. Then we can enter it, log entries we can iterate one by one, we can get the message. Or using adb command, right? Adb logcat -d, right? Pass all those commands to log.txt file, log.txt file. Right? This is through code, this is through manual. Right? We can use anyone. Right? How do you grant permission to an app? Alright, suppose I want to give some permissions, we will not have permissions to access those camera, read context, right? Those things. If you want to give, we can use the adb commands. Adb shell pm grant, and we have to give the package name, right? Those package names. Then it will provide accesses, right? Grant permissions. Right? How do you start Android emulator? Right? How to start Android emulator? We can use the emulator emulator space -avd space emulator name. While creating, we will give emulator name, that name, emulator -avd emulator name. To see the list of avds emulators, emulator space -list -avds. Right? We can see all the emulators that are created. Right? How do you check Appium version from Java? Right? Appium command prompt means Appium -v, we will get the Appium version. If you want to use through code, how you will get driver.execute script mobile colon shell, right? Mobile colon shell immutable of command. If you want to send any command, we have to use the adb command execute script. Then Appium -v. If you want to execute any adb command through code, we have to use the driver.execute script mobile colon shell, then immutability map of command Appium command. Any Appium command we can execute, any adb command, right? We can execute like this. How do you take a screenshot using Appium? Right, similar to by using take screenshot interface, we can typecast to driver get screenshot as file, and then we can copy the file. Right, this is we know already. Alright, next session we will see advanced Appium Android questions. These are all the moderate interview questions. Right, right, please subscribe to the channel. Right, if you have any more questions, maybe I covered only few. If you know more, other than this, any other questions, those are all important. Please comment it out, so that if you know answer, you also comment it out. If you don't know, just keep the questions. I will get the answers for those. Right, it will be helpful for other persons, right, to learn. Right, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.